Good morning, guys. It's about 7:30. Some of you guys are all probably still asleep. I just thought I'd get up for a few minutes, work on something. Okay, get that cleaned off. Looked like I had a fingerprint right there. All right, what we're doing now, we're going to go ahead and try to finish up the Nissan build we've been working on the last week. I finished the interior, which was pretty basic. Just had to put the dash in and a seat in. Not much detail on the interior. You guys already seen the dash yesterday, but we detailed it up a little bit. That one window looks a little loose. I'm gonna have to reglue it. I went ahead and changed the tail lights. Went ahead and did a different. Have to go in there and touch that up. Went ahead and put some lenses in it instead of just painting it on. Looks like I'm gonna have to redo the flat black. And then we put lenses in the front to give it headlight looking things. So I put a set of fog lights in there and a set of regular lights and put it under the glass. Now we're going to do the wiper, the mirrors, and I'm going to show you guys how to make antennas, because it looks like an antenna is supposed to be right here and an antenna is supposed to be right there, and I think that's supposed to be an antenna also, but that might be a bumper stop for the wiper. I don't know yet until I get the wiper put on. Everything else has been detailed. I went back over the lines for all the openings just to retint those, give them a look. Once I put the last coat of matte on it, they kind of faded out and disappeared a little bit. Come on, focus. Looks like I missed a spot right here. Sometimes it's kind of hard to. Then I get that back in there to make it look like the panels, like the separate panels. If you guys missed the first 2 episodes of this is all hand painted with sponge. We was recovering a paint job. Decals came in the kit other than our scaledworld.net decals that we added to the rear cover. It came with the transaxle and all that here, but no motor. The fitment was very poor, so it's all glued together as a curbside. Suspension was cattywampus, and so I modified the suspension to get it down low, and it came with these rear things completely solid. I wanted to show the wheel detail, so I cut it all open. They did run a version. Right here, give you guys that look. They did run a version of this with the rear open version. This is the Nissan R89 from the 1989 24 Hour of Le Mans. Now this car ran more often, and instead of the Le Mans, they did the Du Mans. A lot of the Du Mans races, which were just shorter road races and what have you. It's a Class C race car. After building this, I had fun. After building this, I thought about picking up a few more and doing it the same way and having me like a different fleet of Nissans. We use blues because some of the Nissan and the Datsun stuff in the early days of racing, they all had the blue, red, and white paint scheme. So I kind of went with that, and it was just a bunch of different. We decided to go matte because they have a black test car and a blue test car. The black test car was a matte color, and the blue was a gloss color. I went to go with the blue gloss color, and paint reacted really bad. Well, it actually crazed the whole body, is what led me to do the sponge paint job. Grazing or what have you. So right now what I'm going to do is pull out my foil, and I'm going to put the lenses on the mirror before we cut the mirror off. So hope you guys, I just got up early. My wife had to go into work, um, get some things handled. So I thought I would get up a little bit, spend some time with her this morning, because when she gets home from work, I'll have to go to work. Get this cork out of the way. Don't forget, guys, we're still running. We're in the last 2 weeks of the Mustang, um, raffle. We still got 3 $20 forever tickets, and then your regular tickets are $2 a piece. If you buy 10, you get a chance at a giveaway envelope, and in the envelope, giving away a set of Steve Zimmerman wheels, this thing of photo etch, 5 forever tickets, and that's $100 value there. The wheels are $20 value. Okay, basically I'm putting my foil down there. Then I'm going to take Q-tip, and I run a Q-tip over the top first, and then I use my round. See, we got 2 people watching. I thought we had 3. We must have lost one. Hope you guys that are watching and following along had a good Friday night. Here in a few hours, I know there's a couple other Saturday live shows. There's a couple other Saturday live shows going on that I'm subscribed to, so I'll probably watch some of them. On Mondays, I've been watching Ted and Fox over at E Models. They usually do something every Monday. And then yesterday, the ISM guys, International Scale Modelers, they did their show yesterday. then I think Sprue Surgeon and then we'll be doing their show. I don't know when they're gonna do their show. I don't know if it's a schedule or. I was asked yesterday about my schedule, and I told them that my accessibility down here is different than some of the other guys, so I don't have a schedule. So I apologize for that, guys. I do apologize. I know some of you guys work evenings and days, and I work evenings myself, so I try to get on here. Yeah. Sometimes it seems like what's the matter right now, it's because of school. Kids are out of school. Like, so you see we put the foil on the mirrors instead of painting them. And then we got to do this windshield wiper. So, turn that off. Where's my stamp? These windshield wipers is brutal. You think they could have put that somewhere else. Let me ask you guys a question. You guys can leave a comment in the video if you want. Do you feel know-it-alls are annoying, or are they useful? Yesterday, a young man, well, I don't know if he's young. Yesterday, someone over on the 40K, on the Warhammer 40K page, had no, I don't know what that is. You got this, got that. Huh. They gave me this, but I don't want to run the wiper right up the middle of the window. So yesterday, someone on the 40K page had commented that they was looking to build a crushed vehicle with the Titan coming across the top of it and making it look like it was crushed. You know, like the Titan had, Titan is a huge robot, and they wanted the Titan's foot to come crushing down through a tank. And then you get like 7, 8 different comments on how to achieve that look for that guy. And I put my 2 cents in. And then another guy came in, and he was, you know, very, some people, it depends upon the way you read it. I didn't take offense to it, but some of the other people, you know, kind of got in an argument. Not, well, I shouldn't even say an argument, maybe a debate. Maybe debate's a better word. They got in a debate over whether that would be the way or not. So on a Titan, it's going to be like a great big huge metal robot. He's going to be like 6 to 7 times bigger than the human. So, and then a Rhino is a tank. So I'd mentioned wherever you want to cut out. It's like if you want him to smash right here, right in this area, right here. Well, here, let me pull out the tank I built, so that way. So that way, if you wanted to crush this right here, like the Titan's foot was coming down right here, I suggested that, you know, you cut away this part and maybe this part, and then wrap them in a serving foil, because a serving foil is different than aluminum foil. See, it's a lot thicker, and it will hold the bend. It won't just be all wrinkled like paper will. And you can use a wooden dowel or popsicle stick, and you can run right over the top of all this with some work, and you can get the detail. And I told him, you put your foot in there, and then you crush it down, and then when the tank would be all smashed up like this because of the weight of the foot, then the guy they all started ripping apart said, if you look at the way some tanks look from wars like Desert Storm, pictures from Desert Storm, or even as far back as Vietnam when tanks were destroyed by bombs, they really didn't get crushed. They didn't get dented like a car would. They were actually broken apart. And then I started thinking, when these people are trying to bust this guy's balls about being a know-it-all, that would be true. If this right here is strong enough to deflect bullets, just like a ship, when a ship gets blowed up, it implodes. It really doesn't bend. It like rips. It would break apart because this is so thick. It really wouldn't bend. It would break. Basically, it would break, or rip or whatever. And so sometimes know-it-alls, the quote know-it-all, will have some information, and these guys were just like on him. You know what I mean? And I'm like, we was talking yesterday about people's different skill levels and stuff. Hey George, hey Don, thank you guys for joining me this morning. Um, what we're doing now, George, is we're putting, I put foil on the mirrors, and what did I do with that wiper? Oh no, I got to talking. I just had the windshield wiper here. Well, oh, it's on the car still. All right. Now, I don't want the wiper straight up in the view of the race of the driver. So I'm going to, I don't want it like that. I want to move it over. So I'm going to massage it a little bit. I'm going to massage. I'm going to show you guys how I massage, because that's a straight piece of plastic and this window is curved. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get a candle, light the candle, give me my tweezers real quick. I'm going to have to do this kind of fast. Alright. I'm going to run it over here. You guys see I'm not putting it right over the flame. I'm putting it around the heat. There it goes. See what I mean? You got to do it quick so you can massage it into place. Just like that. I got it just enough angle. Still up just a little bit. It's up just a little bit. There you go. Now it's conformed to the window. Just that quick. You got to be quick with it. But you see how I re-angled it and put on the window? Now it's flat on the glass. Because I didn't want it straight up. I didn't want it straight in the driver's view. Maybe just a little bit more. Thanks, George. George, have I told you about my good friends in New Jersey at Diversified Scalers Model Club having a show in September? And one of the themes is Nissan Datsun Day, which just happens to be Nissan. If you guys are in the New Jersey area on September 29th, the Diversified Scalers are having their 7th annual model car meet and contest. They have a sub theme. They have a regular theme. The regular theme is going to be muscle cars, um, and it's from 69 to 72, or 67 to 72. I'll get more details for you guys later, or you can contact the admins at admin@diversifiedscalers.com. They'll have more information for you. We are proud to say we have an order. We ordered from C1 a Chevelle Pro Touring. The Pro Touring kit from C1 from 67 to 72. The Pro Touring or Pro Mod set that C1 has matches this kit. It changes a hood, a front end, some bumpers, some seats, some other small things. But we got the kit to donate to Diversified Scalers. We got the resin box coming. I'm working with the Model Hut now on some other things that we're going to be giving away. The Chevelle is brand new. What I was thinking about doing, guys, is I was thinking about doing a review of the C1 kit and actually building it on the Chevelle, and then giving the built car, giving the built body, not the car, but giving the built body to the Diversified Scalers. And that way, whoever wins it already has it to build. Morning Punch. If you guys don't follow Punch, Punch also does a lot over on the Irish Automotive page. Over on the Irish Automotive page on Facebook. And someone posted a gut-wrenching post this morning. Well, I seen it this morning. I think they posted it yesterday, but someone's little Escort got stolen, and man, it is just a beautiful car. I hope they get that back, Punch. All right, so we got the wiper. Let's get our glue out. If you guys don't know, you guys can watch the beginning of the video, but I did put lenses in the front. We got a fog light and got the regular lights, and then I went ahead and changed up the rear end and went ahead and put lenses in there instead of just doing the foil and the ink pen. So let's and don't forget, we do still have 3 forever tickets. When I mean forever, they'll stay into the ticket draw until they're chosen. When we're doing ticket draw, guys, they could be for extra prizes. It could be for the kit we're giving away. It could be for gift certificates. You guys know Brian Buster over at the Cell Shack. Our last raffle donated $100, which David Goodwin won. And then, like I said, if you buy 10 regular tickets at $2 a piece, you guys will get a chance for an envelope. Inside the envelopes is 5 forever tickets, which is $100 value. There's a set of Zimmerman wheels in here that's a $23 value. There's a set of photo etch, and then each envelope has Diversified Scaler sticker. It has a scaledworld.net photo card and sticker, a Mr. Mini Dreams photo card, and you know, but you buy 10 at $2 a piece, you get a chance at an envelope. The forever tickets, which I have 3 left, they are 20 a piece, but they remain in there. And if you guys can't tell, the forever tickets are yellow. And you know, we got some tickets in there, not a whole lot, but some. But we still have 2 weeks to get these done. So actually 2 Tuesdays from this Tuesday, you guys will have it done. So, we'll be pulling it. All right, let me see. Punch, I like it so much that I was telling a few other guys earlier that I'm thinking I would like to do a fleet of these, all in the same paint color scheme. But being the Nissan colors, I'd have to stay with the Nissan builds. You know, it's just. And for you guys that are watching, I owe Butch the Camaro that he purchased for the James Schultz donation thing. Just got confirmation that, um, well, I sent the money. We sent the money from the Skilled World PayPal over to my personal PayPal, and we're waiting for it to transfer to the bank. So hopefully next week, um, I'll get that shipped. Punch, I have your box here. The post office says I have to have a postal code. And I know you told me you didn't have a postal code. George, brother, I don't know what I did with those Nissan decals. I've looked everywhere. I can't find the Calsonic ones that I pulled out for you. Are you sure I haven't sent them yet? Because I'm at a total loss where they are. And I was just waiting on shipping money for that, guy. So I'm sorry about that. And then, John, if you get to watch this when you wake up, John's last night on second shift was last night. And then he starts next week on mornings. Um, but I have John's package ready. I have punches ready here, but they're telling me I need a postal code. Yeah, I'll have everything shipped and no shipping money, Tom, and then they'll be right underneath my nose. All right, so we got the wiper conformed. Now let's put the mirrors on. And then I'm going to show you guys how to make antennas, aerial antennas. I said aerials, not areolas. See, I can't remember if I send them with Pete when I sent the Sunny, the yellow Sunny, because I can't find them. And I knew I had them. Tom, you and your dad got any card things you guys are doing today? Cars and breakfast or anything like that? Tom and his dad, they do a lot of car events. Tom's got a really nice um, Chevy pickup, and his dad's got a beautiful convertible Impala. Oh yeah, next weekend 3 shows. Punch also takes his boys out, and they do a lot of car events. Um, and they do a lot of car events. It's neat getting to watch you guys that do the car events and stuff. Um, like I said, I've been on this weekend shift for 13 years, so I don't get the chance to attend many car events anymore. Now, when the World of Wheels comes to my area, I have to drive about maybe about 15 miles to get to it. Um, sometimes I go on a Thursday night when they're actually driving the cars in and loading the cars into the arena. I'll go in and check them out as they're driving in and setting up. Um, that's always fun. Some people's like, well, why do you do it when everybody is setting up instead of the day of the show? And like I said, most of the time I'm working the day of the show. Um, Most of the time I'll be working the day of the show. So what I like to do is go on Thursday when everybody's setting up. This booger don't want to get in there. You have to use a clear glue because these mirrors glue. Yes, Mark, her pain. Um, these glue, I have to use a clear glue. It's a sticky. See, this one here went straight in, and then I popped the window out. Oh my God! On camera errors, guys. You gotta love them. We'll just do this. We'll put that in. Yeah. It looks like we haven't had much rain here in a while, and today looks like we're going to have a good rain. What the skies are looking like anyway, we're going to have a good rain. Am I put the wrong mirrors on? She went right in that hole. Oh no. No, 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 no. And let's see what that looks like. Well, I'm about to show you guys another cheat. You got to be skillful to do this cheat, or you'll be running a model. First of all, let's get this window set. Basically, I'm using this Clear Annie's tacky glue. That's what I use a lot of times for my clear parts. That window back in place. And because these mirrors are wanting to be a pain in the areola. Now they have a pen. I think they have an ink pen for that, or not an ink pen, but a pen thing for that punch. I am going to hit this with a lighter, and we're going to go straight from here to there. And that didn't work. Well, that's strike one. That didn't work. I was trying to give it a base, so that way I can glue a base to it, but it didn't work. There it goes. You got to be quick and know what you're doing. And then we made a base for it. Alright. Now where'd the other mirror go? Yeah. So then you mount both of them, and they're right there. Now you just got to make sure. All right. So we got the mirrors on them. We got to put some glue on the wiper so the wiper will be in place. Oh, Mark. Mark, I got my tea back. Still no milk and sugar. I don't know. Okay. Now I'm going to show you guys how I make the antennas. I'll start with a candle. Start with a decent sized sprue. Like such, because you don't want to burn your fingers. And then what I do is, you can make them in metal if you want. But what I do is move it. You don't want to get it right in the flame. You just move it. You let it get hot. And then once it starts getting weak like this, you guys see it start to move, then you just pull it. Well, that didn't work. Let's try it again. It could be this Hasegawa plastic I'm using too. I'm not used to using their plastic. But you let it get hot. See how it's doing there? And just move it around a little bit. And then you can pull it. It's not getting thin enough. Here, I'm gonna get a different type of plastic. I'm gonna get some Games Workshop plastic out. All right. Oh man. Wife brought home some brisket. Man. Love brisket, but it's giving me the damn indigestion. All right. All right. There it goes. See how well Games Workshop plastic moves? So I'm going to hold it here for a few minutes. Let it get tight. Alright. And then I'm going to clip off the thinnest parts that I want. Alright. Now with that, you guys can't see that. Now with that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to melt the tip. Oh, just snap that wheel. Oh shit. Just burnt my fat arm. And then what I do is I melt the tip just like this, and then I put it in place. Oh, these have a hole in them. Let me see. It has a hole in it, but I don't get the aerial. Must not be thin enough. Get back on there. So let's get out our drill bit. Sorry, guys. So we'll have one there. We'll get it cut to where we want it here in a minute. And we're going to have one right here. Okay. So let's Tamiya Extra-Thin out. Now here you don't want to put this Tamiya Extra-Thin on anything you guys have already painted. So what we're going to do is put it on Games Workshop sprue, like so. And that didn't work. Because this Tamiya will eat the paint. Okay. We got that antenna there. Oh, fell out. You big dummy. What's funny is I know a guy out of Oklahoma named Max. Hell of an airbrush artist. Hell of a detail builder. But if he's ever to see Max, the guy's fingers are like this big. They're huge. And yet he can do some of the best, smallest details I've ever seen. Great guy, great modeler. There's a few of the Oklahoma boys that are pretty good. I've been to a couple of their shows, right before I had the babies. So I got those two antennas. Oh yeah, Don, you know, yeah. Max started he airbrushes like motorcycle tanks and mailboxes, guys, and stuff like that, and he decided to get into model building, and man, when he did, he has some great builds, Don. I love the build I love the build he did when he took the Ultra Nomad and made the boat and the Ultra Nomad all match each other. Sheesh. He took this kit, guys. He took this Ultra Nomad and he sectioned it right along that body line all the way down, and he made it a boat. And he took the Revell boat that comes with the Gone Fishing sets. He made this a wagon. He made the wagon and the trailer and the boat all match. It was just killer. And then he took a 135th Dinky, I think it was the name of the place. One of the Dinky, you know, they're little trucks like this big. I guess they would be Hot Wheel size or HO. I don't know how the train guys call them. And he totally opened it up. It's a fire truck. He totally opened it up and made it full detail and everything. And then, like, you look at Max and be like, there's no way he could do that, you know, in your mind. But great guy. So, all right, guys, I don't know if you guys can see the antennas. That glue might be eating it too much. I might have messed up by using extra thin. They're kind of wanting to lean. But I believe we have this finished, guys. Let's pull out the turntable and check her out. Don't you start wiggling. Now again, if you guys hadn't seen the series of Tea Time with Minnie and or you know the last videos I posted this week, you guys will be able to see the whole build. We started it this week and it's done. I haven't built anything this quick in a long time, Bill. I get so wrapped up in customization and engine detail and interior detail. This right here was pretty fun. Now the chassis was plain, just out of the kit itself, so there wasn't much there. And like I said, I glued the back down because there was no motor. There was the transaxle piece, but there really was no motor. So let's turn this on. So when we started this, the paint had reacted, so I changed directions on it, and I went to show you guys, like I said in the video, I went to show you guys how to save it instead of pitch it. John from Gap Hill Speed Shop actually sent me the kit free of charge. He wanted to see me build a race car and take part in the International Scale Modelers group build that the guys are doing with these Le Mans cars. saw, I'll update the page on that. Bill's recommendation, bobblehead Rod and Customs, it's in the chat now. His suggestion was to do it matte. I had thought about a matte already, um, because of the test cars, and then the blue messed up on me, and um, just, with his advice, I went ahead and went with it. In the series of videos, guys, I show you how to do the paint job. It's quick. It's just a bit of your imagination. You have to know, what limit of paint is in your sponge, and it's up to your discretion where to place the colors as you see as fit. Doing so, you're going to build layers, especially depending upon how many colors you use. I use Vallejo Model Color. They have a self-leveling agent in it, but yet still you put colors on top of each other, you're going to have layers. So I did a matte finish, let it set, did my decal work. Then I used some decal solvents on it, so that way they'll form to the layers of paint that the clear didn't level out. And then we rematted it again, and started to do the detail work. I used my Micron pen. Used a Micron pen. I used a 005, but there's all different sizes you can use to do all the door line work and all the jam work to make it look like it was still openable and, sectionable. ScaledWorld.net decals, sponsorship from Pete at Scaled World. And these are the decals. All the other decals came with the kit. It says I couldn't find a Hewlett Packard Nissan online to see the pictures, but the car was supposed to, let me get you a better picture. The car was supposed to look like this. So thank you, John, for the kit. Thank you, Pete, for the decals on the Scaled World stuff. Appreciate all you guys for all the support you give me here on this channel and the friendships that we've made along the way. Not with just this build, but, many other builds. That Scaled World pops up. Watch it when it comes back around. I don't have a home computer. I do everything off my phones. I wish if I had a home computer, I'd be doing more of your guys' channel decals, you guys that support me. And I would always love to have a build that just had like diversified scalers, woods, chopper, just stuff all over. Yeah, I think it'd look neat, having get me a YouTube emblem and put like a YouTube emblem and then just a bunch of names all over. I guess I could always paint a body, put a decal on it, and then let you guys, and send it around, let you guys all sign it and then clear it. That'd be a cool idea. I've seen like kids in high school will do that with a shirt or something. Everybody just signs a shirt. I don't know if George is still in here. What did you think about the wheel detail, George? I left them white, but I did a bronze ring with the bronze nut, and then I took the Molotow chrome and did the cup that the nut screws into, and then all the bolts on the wheels. Tom, this is only my second build for the year. I can't believe it. I got too many projects going. Thanks, guys. Yeah, I can't believe that it crazed that bad. If you guys go back to the very first video before we started this, once you get color on it, Yeah, the 61 Ford. Now, Mark keeps telling me to do another one of these, and he wants to see it under a gloss coat. I told him on this one, my mind was already made up. My mind was already made up to stay matte after the mishap and the cars. Yeah, no, I love that bike. Tom got a hold of one of the original um, testers motorcycles, and we were chatting it up last night about what they used to design the body of the bike, because it's like this big in the rear end. And I was telling Tom that I thought they used a go-kart, a Yugo wheel, and he says, hell, they might have even used just a go-kart wheel because it's that little. But Tom is fixing it. He's putting the hump back in the back. It's going to be pretty cool. The antennas are showing up now, but because in these cars uh, they can talk to the pits, and they can talk to when you do the Le Mans, the track is so big, so wide. I mean, not wide, but so long. I I don't know. It punch it could, but it would be more like if you look at it. Hey, welcome part time. If you look at it and the way I did some of the sponging, um, I can see where it would work. Like right here, that's perfect mud. Like you splashed the mud splashed on it. You know what I mean? What I would do, yeah, that would be great, Tom. I'd love to finish it. I mean, I love to see the wood finish. Guys, also, I don't know how to say their name, but Tom was one of the first ones to get a new, the new Buddy Baker. Um, what the hell? That front tire won't stay set. I'll have to reset that here in a minute. Um, he got one of the new kits already, and he did a little quick review on it. That's a nice looking kit. I can see some of the street cars guys, Tom taking that body and maybe the 77 Monte Carlo from Revell, probably Salvino's, yep. And probably making that a street car because the body proportions and everything look good and clean. Um, yeah, so Punch, I think it would work on the mud. Yeah, maybe throw some dog hair on there somewhere, Punch, where he runs over an ant. Because you ain't running over, you are squishing. When they set this slow, Don, did you get to watch them um, actually manufacturing the kits? It looks kind of slow, but it was pretty neat to see how much they go through just to get some plastic into kit form, guys. They showed us all the dyes that they use, all the machines. It even shows them. They even showed you all the way up to packaging the box and vacuum forming, the shrink wrap around them. I have great. Yeah, on their Facebook page, they kept showing. On their Facebook page, Don, they kept showing the process, and it was sick from setting the dies up all the way to the first print, all the way to the boxes getting boxed up and palletized. It was some great videos just to see what they were going through. They had a couple first runs that they were doing in black plastic to make sure all the molds were, If you guys never seen the molds for model making, they're in aluminum plates. So once they're formed, sometimes they got what's called slag. They got to make sure, there's no debris in there so it's not messing up the product. So I think they ran 20 of everything, um, just to make sure all the dyes were good, and then they all went to white plastic. Um, but it was neat being able to see the stuff come out of the machine, and the way, just you should have seen the boxes. It was the same tree, but all the boxes were coming, as they were coming out, they were filling up the boxes. That way, when, they had an assembly line to build the kits, it was just, it's a pretty neat set of videos. Oh, dang, Punch. You lucky dog. I know, um, I know some of these newer companies are doing a lot of the 3D design, a lot of the 3D CAD design, and then using a machine to bore the holes and everything um, in product, and then they run a mold off of it to get it done. I just now noticed something. Looking at the box art and then looking at the car, it's showing a bunch of zip like uh, like pins that hold the panels in, push in zips. 24 years. I've been at my job for 13. I can imagine 24. Whew. Guess why I have you guys on here. This is finished. Like I said, I appreciate that. And again, thank you, John. But just so I can refresh you guys, this is what will be given away, and this is what the ticket sales are for. Little dusty, but this is what we're raising funds for. And like I say, tickets are $2 a piece. You can buy as many as you want. If you buy 10, you get to pick an envelope. Inside the envelope, like I said, would be your choice of a set of Steve Zimmerman wheels that we have here. They're already on hand. Um, there's a 5 forever tickets. Matter of fact, here's how I have it laid out now. 3 forever tickets are left. They're $20 a piece. There's inside the envelopes. Where to go? Inside the envelope, I have 5 forever tickets in one of the envelopes. If you buy 10 at $2 a piece, you get to pick an envelope. You already got Eric, David Goodwin, Bill Edmond Jr., Fast Eddie. They've already bought their 10 tickets and picked their envelopes. And then there's some free photo etch. Later, Tom. And like I said, the Mustangs, custom seats, custom roll bar, custom dash, custom steering wheel, custom tail lights, all hand built. All hand built body kit. Hood hinge, custom hood. Motors fully wired, detail, all the goods in the motor. Custom grill, custom rear defogger, custom wheels. The bike started off as a Healer Yamaha race bike, and then I just cut it up, lowered it, painted it up, made it all street legal. It's all custom paint. It's got the dash gauge so you can have a tack on there, so model nut, baffles, and the metal exhaust tips. Um, So that's what this next month. That's what we're doing in 2 weeks. Like I said, it's got a custom Mr. Mini Dreams um, real metal plaque in there that says, "Come on, focus." It'll say Mr. Mini Dreams holding two 9mm. That's all photo etch. Photo etch steering wheel. Seat belts, flocking. It's the whole 9 yards. This was one of my show builds a couple years ago. And then the hood does open and close. Window popped up. You can see the custom hood scoop when it comes around. Well, guys, I hope you guys can take part in this ticket draw. I got plenty of tickets. You'll have 2 weeks from this Tuesday to buy one, or you can buy a forever ticket. That's on you guys. Buy as many, buy one. Um, we do have a lot of stuff coming. Like I said, I made a pretty good order with C1. We'll discuss that when it all gets here. You guys already know my one intentions with the Chevelle. We're going to have a review coming up next week of the Scaled World, the Scale Productions 16-inch BBSs for scaledworld.net. I'm going to show you guys how to get these to fit, and I supplied tires for them, but the tires are extra when you buy them from Scale Productions. But these are a two-piece metal wheel. There's your decals and what have you. We'll address these next week with you guys. So this is Minnie. You guys have a great day. Have a beautiful weekend. I think I'm gonna go jump in bed and take a nap. I just was jonesing to get the Nissan finished because I'd gotten so close so quick. I just wanted to make sure I got that tackled, and let's put that back up there so you guys can see that on the way out. Don't forget, plenty of builds to be looked at and enjoyed over at scaledworld.net. You guys can even place your own. That might have been a bad idea, guys, using the Tamiya Extra Thin. These things are pretty weak. Like I said, if you guys want a ticket, you can PayPal Scaled World Weekly at yahoo.com on PayPal. Just put in there Mustang ticket. You guys are always free to donate to help me keep things going. I'd appreciate it better if you guys took part in something, so that way you can earn something. You have a chance to win something. But it all is helpful. I try to do what I can and give back to the community. Great thank you out to Steve Courtney for the painted Camaro and the help that he did to raise money for Young Model Master. Like I said, we done handled that last month. You just sent another 10, Bill. You want to pick another envelope while we're right here? I can't check the account because I'm on live. But like you said, 10, 9. Oh, you sent another 10. Mind. I thought you said you bought another 10. All right, you sent another 10. I hear you. All right. Well, we'll get you 5 more tickets in there then. I got a little ahead of myself, Bill. I'm sorry. Well, guys, you guys have a great day. I gotta go to work. So we'll see you guys later. You guys have a beautiful weekend. Tom, I hope you get the truck cleaned up. Hope your dad does well so you guys can hit the shows next week. Punch, once I get your box in the mail, I'll give you, I guess, just a customs number. Because they won't give me a tracking number going to Ireland, so I'll have to get you a customs number. I'm gonna put it down as a $5 gift, but it's a pretty big box, so I don't know if they're gonna believe me. Whew. If you go on eBay and try to pull them up, this is before Italeri reissued it last year, but now even the Italeri kit is getting up there in price. Even the Italeri kit is getting up there in price, Punch. But the Escort Punch sent me, if I was to try to buy it here in the U.S., because it's a Ravello Germany kit, it's pushing about $1.20. So they're not cheap, and I don't want to hurt Punch's feelings at all, but I'm cutting one up, Punch. I got to. I got this vision in my head, Punch, and I'm cutting it up. Punch is making, when he has time, he's working on a stocked body for the Escort instead of the flared rally version. He's actually been cross planting a die cast. Like, sectioning panels and stuff, guys, to put stock panels back on to the Escort, so that way those guys who didn't want the rally Escort and wanted a street Escort can... Oh, that snuck up on me, Punch. And can actually have a stock body Escort. But I am going to take a C1. I'm taking a C1 carbon signal set. And I'm going to cut it up and put it on my Escort, Punch. And I'm going to build me a wide body Escort, not a rally Escort. I do got the Italeri kit now, so I have 2 Escorts. But I think I want to do, for some reason, I want to do a Shelby, like a Shelby theme in my head on the Escort the Punch sent me, because it's molded in blue and the Italeri is molded in white. So I think I want to take the one Punch sent, and I think I want to do a blue and white Shelby scheme of some sort. I still have to get decals. I can paint the white stripes, but I need to find some Shelby decals, like the word Shelby. I found Twister. If you guys know, Ford at one time had a development of cars like the Mustang and the Torino. They did a Twister version on the Cougars. On the Cougars, they did the Eliminator version or the XR7 versions on the Cougar. But for the Mustang and the Torino, here in the United States, they did the Twister version, they did the Shelby version, they did a Cobra version, they did the California Special. Now, the California Special was like a decal option on the small pony cars, and they would put like some of... looks like Google, not Google, but YouTube is going through its thing again. Thank you guys for joining me. Quick look at the face and the beard before we leave. So, for you guys who don't know what I actually look like, get a real quick glimpse. I think you can see somewhat of the stash behind me. I've got more kits than I'll probably ever build, and I'm always enjoying getting other kits, so it's never ending here. Um, you guys have a great day. This is Minnie, and I'm out.